Having the car before was like, whoa, who am I to have this car? And this time it's like, oh, of course that car's coming for me today. Yeah, I have a lot more ownership over my like experience in my life now than I used to, which just comes from, I think, like being used to it. I might receive $1 million and send $1 million, and it's just like, it's the same as sending $1,000. There's no difference to me. Money's just like a number now. Other people might find it weird. To me, it's just like, is what it is. Just like love's different than the romantic comedy. I don't know if I'm any happier than I would be if I had like made like 1/10. At a certain point, money doesn't make you any happier. I think money makes you happy, probably like happier. The biggest difference is like, let's say, making $60,000 a year and $200,000 a year. That difference in happiness, because of the freedom it gives you, is probably like 100x. But like, if you go from, let's say, 200,000 a year to 500,000 a year, it's probably only like 2x difference. And if you go from like $500,000 to $1 million, you probably don't even know the difference. If you put $100 million in my bank account tomorrow, it wouldn't actually make any difference. I just keep doing what I'm doing, but more of it. My greatest blessing and enjoyment is the fact that I'm only 33. My runway of enjoying it, unless I die, is pretty long. And then you just can't get caught in the, oh, will I lose or whatever. It's like, well, as long as I like have a brain and a mouth, I'll make a lot of money. I don't really think about it anymore. And it's just like, I'm also like always broke. I literally have like $5,000 in my bank account. Like, I'm always broke. Another business has like 1.1 million. You know, this other business has 126,000, and this other business has 4.3 million. But personally, I'm always fucking teetering on broke. And I've gotten really good at that. I kind of enjoy it a little bit. Keeps you on the edge. Nothing worse than waking up, looking at your bank account, and you just got almost too much money to do anything today. There's an element, it's just like, why do something if you don't have to do it? I think that money is a wonderful game that we all made up. We all came together, we made it up, and it allows us to make it so that we just don't end up just hanging out like cavemen. But I think there's also the beauty of hanging out like a caveman. But we've definitely like made a game, and we call it money. I think that has created a net positive for society, and there's a lot of net negatives to it too. But I think a lot of people get consumed by the game. It's just they're realizing it's a game. So like the person that's like, let's get on the phone ASAP, has let the game control them instead of being in control of the game. If you don't control the game, you can't create reality. I mean, that starts with reactivity, not being reactive. And everyone wants you to react because they're reactive. So they're seeking a stimuli that they are also. It's like this. It's just like most of the time I don't respond to a single email in my inbox because most of the shit goes away. 95% of the time, someone's going to figure it out themselves. Why spend my time doing shit if it doesn't really matter? And meanwhile, people are stressed about their inbox. I'm just like, what are you stressed out about? Guarantee you, if every day you just deleted everything in your inbox, whatever's the most important will figure itself out, or be more important later, but the person that it's more important to will have structured it in a more effective way for you to be able to solve it. So somebody has such a significant impact of like a missed payment on a credit card, like it would be the end of their fucking world. And why is it the end of your world? Let's say you can't make a credit card payment. Why do you actually care? Do you care because of a credit score? Then why do you care about your credit score? Do you care because it feels embarrassing? And if so, who besides you knows that you missed the payment on a credit card? Like if you get rid of the story around missing a credit card payment, you kind of took all the stress away. I'm not saying to go not pay your credit card, but I'm just saying that like people stress out about a lot of shit for no reason. Or like people get stressed out about like a 20% interest rate on a credit card. Using the money to invest in your business, 20% interest isn't crazy by any stretch of imagination. You can have like a 300% increase in your business in which 20% is no big deal. And I mean, even the better part is if you don't pay the credit card at all, they literally just call you up and try to get a payment deal. And then if you literally don't do anything beyond that, they sell it to a collections agency, and then they try to get it for the next 3 to 6 months. And the even better thing of that is you can tell the collections agency, hey, I'm not going to pay this unless you delete it off my credit history, in which you spent the next 2 years basically getting whatever amount of money for free. I'm not saying that's a good thing to do. I'm just telling you that like everything's fucking made up so that they scare you into submission, because people are very easily scared. And I think I've just come to realize that, like, outside of, unless I died or someone died, I probably don't have probably not that much anxiety. Like, what's really gonna happen? Oh, you know, this doesn't have, really the worst case scenario, I'm embarrassed. Fuck-de-doo. Who cares? You're embarrassed. The reason why someone can't get ahead in life is they're afraid of being embarrassed. I remember one time I wrote down like all these anxieties, And this was like talking about $1 million in debt. Like at this particular time, I was like $17 million in debt. And at that point, it's kind of like, you know, a million here, a million there, who fucking cares, right? But every anxiety was like, out of these 40, it was like, I am just afraid of being embarrassed. That is it. Like my whole anxiety list outside of I'm going to die tomorrow is I am embarrassed. That is it. Period. Done. It was a very impactful moment because I'm like, oh, if I just get rid of being embarrassed, I don't have any problems. There's literally nothing for me to be anxious about. It's literally every single moment of the day being like, what? Oh, I'm afraid of being embarrassed right. Oh, I'm afraid of being wrong right now. I'm afraid of being embarrassment and afraid of being wrong. And if you eliminate that, like 98% of your anxiety like vanished. And you're just gonna remind yourself of that all day long until that just becomes who you are. And the funny part is you're the only one that cares about the embarrassment because everyone else is going around with the same fucking thing going on. They don't even have fucking time to even care. They're just trying to avoid their own embarrassment. Intentionally embarrass yourself so you don't care anymore. Person that has fear of rejection for, let's say, you need to go and ask 1,000 people out on a date. And at 1,001, you don't care anymore. It is experience. It's just like getting out of your mind and being like, wow, you know what? If I ask someone out on the date, there's only 2 things that are going to happen. They say yes or they say no. And if they say no, it's like, all right, on to the next person. And one of my companies a couple weeks ago asked for a pay raise. And I was like, you know, why don't you just have this company? Like, why don't you just take it over? I'm sick of being part of this. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like this anymore. I was like, we'll figure something out. I own 70%. The other people own 30%. Figure it out. I don't want to give you a pay raise. Just figure it out yourself. They gotta know. But instead, I was like, why don't you just figure out a deal so you buy this from me? Because I'm like, energetically, I'm out of this. Worst case scenario was, no, hey, do you want the company? You know? And I'm sure they were like hemming and hawing for the last 3 fucking months about asking me for a pay raise. And then I didn't respond to him for like 2 days. And why are you ghosting me? I'm not fucking ghosting you. It's a fucking weekend, dude. You can't send me an email on Friday and think I'm gonna fucking respond to it until like fucking halfway next week. If someone ghosts you, you did a shitty job of relevancy. Yep, that is the truth. It just doesn't matter that much.